so much. Once again, that's Last Stand. Give it up for Robin on guitar on that.
He's already linked it all. So you travel to basketball? That's pretty great. You have to.
I hope you guys can meet my great uncle one day. He's like he's the hippest cat in the world. So, you know, here's an 11-year-old and my great uncle, you know, he's classic. You know, he had his tam on and it was always kind of cocked ace deuce like this, you know, horn rim glasses, goatee. You know, I'm copying my great uncle, you know, he smoked Pall Mall cigarettes and always had a glass of wine and everybody was cat or baby, you know, and he always talked in bebop slang. Wow. He always laughed a lot, and he had his favorite chair that he sat in when he listened to records. And so just the whole visual of watching my great uncle listening to jazz actually got me into jazz.
That brown bag lunch was designed just so that people at the BCA and the Flynn and the Jazz Festival, you know, the three organizations that really make it happen, would get to meet Christian and know that he was going to be around all week and sort of just understand that he's approachable. Like if you see him, come and talk to him. Like it's not that rock star type of relationship. It's like, oh, there's the rock star. Can't go talk to him. But that he's a person. He's out there. He's talking for us and he's advocating for us. And we wanted people to get to know him on a more personal level and know his level of expertise, which is insane, and just the kind of incredible, approachable, lovely man that he is.
And you know, he would sit way down in the chair like this, you know, and have a cigarette and close his eyes and be, you know, yeah, baby, you know, your classic image of a jazz cat. You know, yeah, dig that cat, right.
He loves to do this DJ gig. It's one of the things he's been doing lately, DJ Brother Mister. And he loves to get behind the turntables and play vintage soul. And the real bonus treat with him is that he brings his bass along and actually plays along with some of the tracks. And sometimes when they're just vamping, he plays these solos that are just unbelievable. There's just total extra bonus thrown in.
Come on, y'all, get busy. Get on this floor and start dancing. Can't watch funk, got to feel funk. I first came to Burlington in the mid-90s, and between the Flynn Theater, the Higher Ground, and all points in between, I feel like I have a pretty strong bond with the city. It's a music town. I'll probably play it on that tune first.
Nice. Nice little tribute. Ready to roll?
Yeah, we are live.
All right.
Are we live?
Yes. I am Brent Hollenbeck. I'm arts and entertainment writer at the Burlington Free Press, here with Christian McBride, who many of you may know is probably the best known and most highly regarded bass player in jazz today. So it's really cool to have him here at the Free Press. So thank you for being here, Christian.
Pleasure to be here.
Here's Christian McBride.
For me, getting an artist in residence is really about touching people who maybe aren't engaged. So the whole idea is to spark something or make people curious about the music. And he's really the perfect person for that. It's like he's done a lot of commercial work, he's a great communicator, he's even just great talking to people through his radio program. So I think he is really one of the great ambassadors of the music.
to talk to you a little bit about what you're doing this week for the Burlington Discover Jazz Festival.
Yesterday I spoke to 2 high schools. I went to Essex, and it was Middlebury High School, yeah. And I heard both of their ensembles, and they were amazing. Mind if I make a quick suggestion on this one?
Yeah.
The tempo of this song is something not a lot of bands, teenage or adult, try to address, you know, because there's a certain level of maturity that you need to play this kind of thing. So I'm glad you guys are tackling this. But if you could play it again, only play when you have your solo. Other than that, lay out. Turn the volume way down and become a second drummer. Play real soft. Try not to rush, so you guys are all together. You know, when you play a tempo like that, it's easy to rush because you're like, oh man, this is slow. I'm anticipating. When's the next beat coming? Hurry, you know. Think triplets. Keep that in mind. Run it one more time.
Have the Discover Jazz Fest offer you a clinic with one of the top jazz musicians in the world, you just jump at that opportunity.
Hold up a second. Let me just the rhythm section at letter A. Just the rhythm section. 1, 2, 3, 4. Short. Chink, chink. But dig in a little more. Like turn the volume down and really. Don't rush though. Don't get ahead of them.
This is like having Tom Brady come to your class. You know, this is the level that he's at. And so when he arrived, the kids were already excited, they were engaged, and they were happy to see what he was going to teach them, and they were excited to learn.
As an educator, you're always trying to provide them with models. And Christian McBride is a fantastic model to have, and to have him reiterate some of the things that we talk about, but have that perspective of a world-class musician, it makes a huge difference.
I definitely learned the importance of rhythm and how to keep that rhythm and know that, well, not only counting is important, but you also just have to kind of feel the rhythm as well.
I tend to think it would sit in the pocket a little better And
So you think like around-
you'd be able to put a little more attitude in it if it were slower.
Like around 112 or something?
Whatever that is. Can I hear it at that tempo?
Beginning, 1, 2, 3.
And the title of the song, Brother Mister, comes from a prefix that James Brown used often. He always called everyone by their last name. It was Mr. such and such, Ms. such and such, Mr. such and such. But once he started to feel comfortable with you and he really liked you, then you became Brother Mister. So that's where the title comes from.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Christian McBride just arrived, and he's just drying himself off. We're going to start the Q&A in a few moments. And tonight, we're going to ask you, because as many of you know, we are filming the shows for PBS. Something that we don't usually do when we get to the Q&A section is you just shout out your questions. But today, because we want to record them, we're going to pass a mic to you when you have for your question. So wait till the microphone person comes to you when you have your interesting and probing question. All right, so that's how we'll do it.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christian McBride. I will be your humble and faithful artist in residence this week at the Burlington Jazz Festival. And it is indeed a pleasure for me to help with the Meet the Artists talks that will commence right now. I'm sure you all know this man, just one of the greatest musicians in the world. We played together many times, not nearly as much as I'd like to, but he is one of the best pianists, one of the best composers, leaders, arrangers. He does it all. Mr. Aaron Goldberg. Aaron Goldberg. Please welcome Miss Mimi Jones. Mimi Jones.
Let me bring Christian McBride to the stage, who everybody is out here to hear.
Many of my favorite parts of James Brown's records were Fred Wesley's trombone solos. That's why I picked the trombone, because I wanted to be Fred Wesley. And when it was obvious that I had no talent for the trombone, that's when the brass instructor said, well, look, I hear you play the electric bass. Why don't you play the double bass? Mm-hmm. I was like, all right. I don't really want to, but, and he's like, come on, do it. I'm sure you'll love it. Why would I want to play two basses? That's stupid. Little did I know that was the best decision anyone's ever made for me in my life. So I picked up the acoustic bass, and I'm, looking at it and thinking, well, okay, 4 strings, same open strings, E, A, D, G. Okay, it's probably a very oversized vertical electric bass. And that's how I started playing it. I picked it up and started playing Billie Jean. Everybody was looking like, oh my God. I was like, what's the big deal? It's just a big electric bass. yeah. I mean, because the form is pretty straight ahead. There aren't a whole lot of tricks in there. Play the head out.
Christian McBride appeared while still a teenager as this incredible bass player from Philadelphia who had a great sound, great technique, great time playing, and very inventive, and knew enough music that he could play with a wide variety of people. He alluded to James Brown a couple of times, but he's as into James Brown as he is into Ray Brown.
I might play, you know, Povo, Freddie's tune.
Oh yeah, I know that.
The Burlington Discover Jazz Festival is certainly one of the, it's one of the very few jazz festivals that is as advertised. Most jazz festivals are not jazz festivals. Most jazz festivals are rock and funk festivals with a couple of jazz groups to justify them using the word jazz. But this is really pure jazz, and the level of musicians that play here, all of the stuff that's going on outdoors and in all of the theaters, it's the highest of the high-level festivals. If the bass player is the only one in the band that knows the song, it still might not sound that good, but it might be a little easier to pull it off because the bass player actually knows the harmony. He knows the chord changes. And here's my example. If somebody says 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, 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 da. Now, I'm playing the notes at the beginning of every bar, right? Somebody at a jam session says, let's play Body and Soul. The bass player says, oh man, I don't really know it. This is what will happen. You'll say, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're waiting for the piano player to play the chord so you can get. Doesn't really work, right?
You know, on the calendar, he was supposed to talk for 15 minutes, you know, and he talked for about, an hour and a half, it seemed like. And it was one of those really rare events that went an hour and a half over and nobody cared. I thought that was, I learned so much at that lecture.
Do you play bass? Me? I'm going to show you how simple, I'm going to show you just how simple this bass line is.
All right.
Have you ever held a bass before?
I have never touched a stringed instrument before, but I listen to it a lot.
You know what? This bass line is so simple, even you can play it.
All right, do it.
Here, come on.
I'm taller than I
Here,
am.
let me lean it a little.
right.
Yeah, there you go. If you could put your finger right there. Yep. And right there.
I hold this down.
Yep, hold that down a little further that way. Okay, now play this and keep your finger right there. Just go like this. See? See? Now you can play my girl.
Do I have to sing it?
No. You don't have to do it.
The artist in residency program is really personal for me. I'm a kid who grew up in the Northeast Kingdom, in St. Johnsbury, one of the most isolated parts of the state. And I have very vivid memories of like the 2 times an artist came to my area and I was able to interact with them. And it's really what, for me, sparked my love of the music and my desire to be a great musician. You know, so being able to see an artist in person and have them sit beside you and play with you is a whole different experience, and that's really what fuels me and made me want to create this program.
10 hearts we go! I said, do it, no. Saturday, no. Shake your booty, yeah.
Well, wait.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Right. All right. So the name of your nonprofit is
Jazz House Kids.
Okay, and you tell them about.
No.
Because they're
We're
very
going to
appropriate.
do our Ali and Cosell thing. Cosell? I got to go.
Don't wind me up, man.